Right, this video is going to be me fitting a Givi Monorack to my Yamaha Phase 1000, FZS 1000. The main reason for doing this really is just to show you, well, just how easy it is to fit these things. I mean, obviously when people buy bikes and they need a bit of extra storage and they get the local bike shop to fit it, the costs can spiral quite quickly, because I mean, even if you're looking at most bike shops, I would have thought would charge an hour's labour, something like that, which you're looking at, I don't know, 40 quid, maybe even more, dependent on the dealership. I would imagine when you get into the realms of Honda and BMW, they probably charge even more than that per hour. And yet the principle, certainly if you just fit in the top box, which is what I'm going to be doing today, the principle of it is pretty simple really. You're looking at, well, 4 bolts to fit the rack and then another 4 bolts to fit the plate onto the rack. So the plate that I've got is the M5, Givi M5, which is a Monokey plate. And so it's got the Monokey fittings there, and I won't be fitting the box today, but obviously that's a 2-second job because I'm still waiting for the box to actually be delivered. It could be here any time. As you may or may not know, the main difference between Monolock and Monokey boxes is that the Monolock are for lighter usage, slower speeds, so maybe if you just got a town commute, that kind of thing, or a scooter, whereas the Monokey are the more premium boxes, which are sturdier in construction, and the actual Monokey fitting system is more secure than the Monolock, so you can use Monokey boxes at higher speeds, and so for larger touring rides, that kind of thing. So we'll bob outside in a sec. This is the stuff as it came. I mean, the actual mono rack is 348FZ. That's the actual part number from Givi, and as you can see, it's for a Yamaha Phase 1000. And the buyer the seller rather that I got this from eBay, it's Bike Bits, bike spelt with a Y and bits with a Z at the end, and I think it was a cracking price. It was about £86, and that was for the mono rack and for the plate as well. So obviously you've got to buy the box separately, but I would have thought even if you're just having a basic mono rack fitted at a bike shop, you're going to probably be looking at somewhere in the region of, I don't know, 150 plus before you've even bought the box for it, just because they're charging the labour costs. So anyway, we'll go out to the bike. I'll show you what you need to do preparation wise. And all I've done here is obviously take the seat off, and then you've got your passenger grab handles just here, and you've just got 2 bolts which I've removed, one there and one just in there. There we go, just focusing on that, there we go, and same on the other side. So I've removed those bolts so the passenger handles come off. And that space has been left now for me to put the mono rack arms on, and what I'll do, I'll get those set up, get those bolted on. I'll just offer one up just so you can see in principle what I mean. As you can see here now, just here and just here I'm going to be putting 2 foam pads to protect the bodywork, but if I can just show you just as it goes in, you can see it then just lines up with the holes there and there, and you just put 2 bolts in there. and you do the same on the other side. So I'll cut to that in a sec and take up the video from there. Right, okay, so now we've put those on, we've put the Monorack arms on, and as you can see I've bolted them in here, one there, and then on the other side, one there and one there. They're actually 6mm Allen bolts, so you'll need an Allen key or Allen type fitment. Right, so they're on. Now what I've done, when I've screwed them on, I've not done them very tight. You'll see that they're very slack at the moment, and that's just because it just gives me a little bit more flexibility up here when I line up the plate. So I'll pop the plate on, and you'll see then, just line up the holes there, that'll move slightly, and this is why you need these side arms just to be a bit loose, just so you've got a bit of flexibility to make sure everything lines up correctly. So my next bit will be to put the bolts on, and here are the bolts, and we've got 4 of these, and so you'll have the bolt and the smaller washer, which will go in there, and then underneath you can see just there, you just put the washer on and then the other bolt. So I'll do that 4 times and we'll see how we are then. Oh, and once I've got the plate on, once I've done the 4 bolts, I'll then tighten up these here, and really that's right. So that's pretty much it now. Remember I said these were 6mm Allen bolts there. Well, just to be awkward then, the actual bolts for securing the plate to the frame, they're 5mm, so you'll need a 5mm and 6mm Allen bolt. And then for tightening, I just used a 10mm spanner, ring spanner, which I held there whilst I then tightened up the bolt there, and I tightened it up to well, my electric drill's actually got a torque setting on it. It was about 25 Newton meters. I think any more than that and you run the risk of putting too much stress on the bolts, and anything less than that you're making it easier for people to take. The theory is, security wise, that really now if anyone tries to turn these bolts here, they're on so securely that the Allen bolt will turn at the top. And then once the plate was fitted, I tightened up these bolts again, just doing it diagonally. So started with that one, then going to that one, crisscross to that one, over to that one, but each time I was only doing it just a bit at a time, so probably takes, you know, a couple of minutes longer. But what you don't want to do is tighten up one side completely tight, because that'll drag this side down here and it will raise this side here. So just take your time with the tightening up of the bolts, like I say, diagonally, and you can't go too far wrong then. Then the only thing left to do is, I've got these 6 caps. Have I got 6? Yeah, there we go. I've got 6 caps which fit in the 4 bolt holes, 4, and then these 2 holes here, which I haven't used and I don't have to use, and I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I know for the box that I'm going to be getting, you can get like a brake light kit and remote control unit for it as well, so maybe it's for the wiring to come up through that. So I'll just put these 4 bolts on here. Put the seat on. loads of clearance with the seat. And there we have it. One expertly fitted, well, sort of expertly fitted by me anyway, Givi Monorack with an M5 Monokey top plate. Took around about 20 minutes, something like that, and I quite enjoyed that. That was all right. And so if you go to a bike shop and they charge you an hour, 2 hours labour, you know, that's a fair old saving, that, just for doing it yourself. Not daunting at all. So hope you found that useful, and look out for my other videos. Cheers, bye.